Manifestation is really big these days, and I am a believer of manifestations and affirmations, and how universe gives you abundance. So I got my hands on a book called Manifest Your Infinite Riches. Let's see what the book says. Ever wondered how some people seem to have it all? Money, spiritual harmony, and a life full of joy. Now, Pushkar Anand believes you can have it too. In Manifest Your Infinite Riches, Pushkar reveals the secrets of unlocking your limitless potential and living a life of endless abundance. In this series of Read with HT City, I, Medha, Shri, Dahiya, bring you a chance to hear from the author himself. So come with me and hear the secrets of manifestation from the author himself.
I start the book with these words. Yes, you are infinitely rich. You are infinitely rich because you are you. And I think these are phenomenal words. Phenomenal words not because I wrote them, but because they reinforce a core truth. And that core truth is every human being, and I mean every human being, is infinitely rich. This process called living somehow takes us away from this truth. Well, this book brings us right back there. You see, this book gives you a tried and tested formula, a foolproof formula, to become the person you always meant to be. And that in turn happens when you do four things. You live in spiritual harmony, in harmony with your soul. You realize the spectacular, incredible potential within you. You unleash your colossal forces, and you embrace abundance and prosperity. Now, when you do these four things, you're truly awake. And when you're truly awake, you're on the path to become the person you always meant to be, to manifest your infinite riches. Yes, of course, very much so. When you are on the vibrational frequency of living your core purpose, your dharma, you are in that magical space where the money chases you. See, you don't need to think about the money. It comes after you. The 6 statutes of money, it's one of our trademark concepts, further builds on your living your purpose of dharma and being in that magical vibrational frequency. See, it's all about vibrational frequencies. And if you think of these 3 words coming together in that perfect combination, it's a vibrational frequency, which represents a pattern in the subconscious mind, your dharma purpose that you're living, and the 6 statutes of money. When these come together, you can have as much money as you want against your name, because the money literally comes after you. You do not need to go after it. The method is simple, but it's not easy. It's simple because you can understand it at a surface level, reading it once or listening to me once. It's not easy because to implement it, execute it, you got to really study what is behind it, understand it, become proficient in it, and then come out the other side. The laws of nature at play here, there are frequency patterns at play here, which take time and practice and perseverance to master. Now, with that out of the way, let me briefly share with you what the methodology here is. Step 1 is you got to identify your core purpose, your dharma. Step 2 is, once you've identified that, you decide how much value you're giving to the people you touch, the people you uplift. Let's take my example. If there's a book priced at $5, say, then the amount of money I want to get back from every person I touch has got to be much, much less than the value I give. That is a supremely important law in action. You see, what you give must be many, many times more than what you get. So say my book is priced at $5, and I'm giving my readers, my listeners, viewers, so much of information around taking their life to a different level altogether. Now, if in turn I say that I want to get 50 cents back, well, that's 1/10 of what I'm giving. And that about feels right here in the heart. So decide that amount. Now your product might be valued at $1,000. Fine, maybe you could get $10 back, get $5 back, $20 back, but the amount has got to be significantly less than what you give. Decide on that amount. The third step is, then you proclaim to yourself how many people you want to touch. You want to touch 1 million, 100 million, 1 billion, whatever. Let's say it's 100 million. So let's say you want to touch 100 million people. And let's go with my example, say 100 million people and 50 cents a book. And that leaves you with a certain amount of money against your name, or in this case me, which leaves me with $50 million. I then say the amount of money I want against my name, or my net worth, is $50 million. Step 4, write that down on a card somewhere you can access and see once, twice, 3 times a day. Each time you see it, feel that you already have that amount of money against your name. Beyond that, forget about the money. You focus on doing what you love, what your passion is, what your dharma is, your life purpose is. The money will take care of itself through the vibration you're on. This is so important. Stop obsessing about the money. Determine the figure, put it there, see it once, twice, 3 times a day, feel that you already have it, and that is it. Do not think about it after that. Let life take over and see how things start to evolve, change, and unfold. The multi-pronged model to manifest your infinite riches has that perfect combination across identifying your mission, your vision, and slotting money in the right place. So what it does is it starts by helping you identify your primary mission or core purpose or dharma. And that it does by setting the foundation for you to use the best of your talents and your values. And then we further develop that with the 3-step reconnection tool. We then proceed to your vision, your primary vision. See, your vision is the form your mission takes. So if your mission is, for example, you want to go out and make an impact, the level of people's happiness, then your vision is how many people in what timeline do you want to touch? And how we derive the vision comes down to how ambitious or how open-hearted we feel about the impact we want to make. There's a rule of 3 which also comes into play here. But towards the end of the model, you then have your primary mission and your primary vision as starting point. And it also takes things to the next level with that ever-interesting question about money. It helps you ascertain the role that money's got to play. It's about deciding that sum and understanding while it's hugely important to know how much money you want against your name, you're not focusing on the money. You're doing these magical things which fall into place, and the money comes after you. How long it takes to manifest a goal? Well, it could take somebody 3 weeks. It could take somebody else 3 years. You see, the manifestation process is hugely scientific and exact. What you manifest in your life is nothing but a reflection of the pattern in the subconscious mind. That's all. You see, these patterns have vibrational frequencies. Now, the pattern of a certain vibrational frequency has got to be instilled into the subconscious mind, because there's already an existing pattern that's been put there through repetition over years or decades, especially when you're a child. Now think about it logically. If the old pattern or its rate of vibrational frequency has been there for a long time, and it itself took years or months, or in some cases a decade, to instill, then isn't it natural to say that the new pattern that's got to replace it will also take a bit of time? If you have the right tools in front of you that you've studied and mastered, then you can really speeden this up. But typically, it's not something which happens overnight. It needs work, repetition, and practice, because you attract to yourself what you are. The people talk about the law of attraction often. Yes, it's hugely important, but there's the law that sits above it. It's the law of vibration. The law of vibration is nothing but the rate of vibration of the frequency in the subconscious mind, the vibrational frequency that's there. So you see, to summarize this, you manifest what you have in the subconscious mind. What you have in the subconscious mind, in turn, needs to be consciously put there to replace what was already there. And this process needs practice, study, repetition, and perseverance. The journey from conditioning to abundance is one of 3 steps. The first step is awareness, awareness, and more awareness. You've got to get your hands onto material and content that really opens up your heart, opens up your mind. Once you get your hands on that, you got to spend time studying it, learning it on an ongoing basis. That's step 1. Step 2 is what I call initial implementation. In this phase, you start to move from theory to practice. You start to experiment with what you've studied. You'll see in some cases you get good results, in some cases you don't. And that's fine, that's the process. This takes a bit of time where you learn, experiment, play, fall, rise, very much like a child. When children are out there learning new things, the ages of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As you start going further into this step, you'll see your level of competence goes up. One win leads to another, to a third, and consistently that competence starts to come out. That's when you'll start to progress into the third step, the final stage, where from initial implementation, you've come to what's called cultivated implementation. There's a certain skill, there's a certain mastery around your knowledge and execution of these core concepts. Results, outcomes you start to see in your life. Manifestation reactions, manifestation results. And as you get into cultivated implementation, you'll start to feel something from inside has already changed. And then you know that you've got through the most important phases. And there's no limit to how far the cultivated implementation can go. There's nothing stopping you from getting better and better and better at what you're doing. And that process continues in an infinite, unending, limitless way, and life carries on. Absolutely. Abundance flows from alignment, never from hustle. The penultimate chapter in the book is titled Your Daily Ritual to Manifest Your Infinite Riches. And the reason I put that towards the end of the book is because it draws upon everything we've studied over the course of the book. But this daily discipline, this daily ritual is paramount for you, me, or anybody to stay on that vibration that'll help us manifest our infinite riches. I also talk about my own daily ritual there, but like all of us, including me, there are days that I'm traveling, I'm on the move, and I'm not able to complete the ritual in entirety. In which case, at the bare minimum, I remind myself of my primary mission and vision, and I generate within myself the feeling of my vision already being there, already having manifested. I absolutely every day give gratitude, thanks for anything and everything that matters to me including my primary vision. And I always watch my mind movie every day. It's just 3 minutes, but it really gets me onto that vibration on a regular basis. That's what I do, depending on whether it's a day where I've done the entire ritual or the odd day where I'm on the move and I'm not able to do that. And I urge everybody to keep that discipline going. It's the best way we can hold ourselves accountable and stay on that vibration. We really need to.